Spanish colonial to Mexican national test. Question 1. Which group of characteristics describes the Mexican national era in Texas history? Box A says establishment of Catholic missions, conflict between natives, establishment of presidios. Box B, Battle of the Alamo, Sam Houston commands the Texas Army, victory at San Jacinto. And Box C, Father Hidalgo leads the rebellion, Mexico gets its independence from Spain, Stephen F. Austin and the Old 300. Which group of characteristics best describes the Mexican national era in Texas history? A, B, or C? Use the excerpt below and your knowledge of social studies to answer the questions. The box says, after France invaded Spain and Napoleon replaced the Spanish king with his brother, blank formed ideas about freeing Mexico from the harsh rules of foreigners. Early in the morning on September 16, 1810, he delivered the Grito de Dolores, a fiery speech in which he urged people to fight for Mexico's independence. Thousands of Mexicans joined him as he marched through the streets. By October, something was able to capture the towns of Guanajuato and Guadalajara. His victories were short-lived. By January, the Spanish army had captured his troops. Blank was able to run north, but he was quickly captured and then shot. Blank not only fought for Mexican independence, but also questioned many of the policies of his own church. Question 2 asks, which of the following individuals' name would correctly complete this excerpt? Father Miguel Hidalgo y Castilla, Bernardo Gutierrez de Lara, Joaquin de Arredondo. What person does the box describe? Question 3. Most settlers of colonial Texas immigrated from other Spanish provinces, Europe and Asia, the United States. Use the box for question 4 to answer the question. Colonists grow upset with Spanish rule, which causes Gutierrez de Lara to declare Texas independence, which then does what? Which of the following best completes the flowchart above? What happens next? The Republican army is defeated at the Battle of Medina. Father Hidalgo called for independence from Spain. Pineda maps the Texas coast. Question 5. All of the following occurred as a result of the Louisiana Purchase except what? The U.S. and Spain started a revolution to determine whose border would be recognized. Outlaws and smugglers moved into this area because neither country could enforce the law. Neither nation wanted to have a war over this land, so it was declared neutral. Which one is not true? Question 6. The Marqués de Ruby inspected the missions in Texas and made the following recommendations to Spain. All the mission settlements, except for San Antonio and Goliad, should be abandoned and settlers moved to San Antonio. B. More soldiers should be sent to Texas to recruit natives and protect the missions. D. All of the mission settlements in Texas should be abandoned and settlers should be moved to Mexico. Question 7. Which group of cities below best reflects Spanish influence on place names? Amarillo, El Paso, San Antonio. B. Fort Worth, Plainview, Sherman. C. Beaumont, Brownwood, McAllen. Which of these cities has Spanish names? Question 8. Who helped secure the impresario grant from the Spanish government for Stephen F. Austin? Was it B, Erasmo Seguin, C, Martin de Leon, or D, Green DeWitt? Question 9. In what year did Mexico gain its independence from Spain? 1519, 1821, 1836. Question 10. Moses Austin traveled to Texas in 1822, established business ties with Spain, asked permission to bring 300 U.S. families to Texas, or help in the Mexican independence movement. Why did Moses Austin travel to Texas? Use the box below to answer question 11. Impresarios are Stephen F. Austin, Green DeWitt, and who else? Sam Houston, Martin de Leon, or Mirabeau B. Lamar? Question 12. When colonists applied for land grants in Texas under Spanish rule, they had to agree to B. Learn to speak Spanish, C. Leave their wives and children behind, or D. Practice the Catholic faith. Question 13. The year 1718 is a significant or important date in Texas history because of what? A. San Antonio was founded as a community. B. Father Hidalgo inspired the beginning of the Mexican War for Independence. Or C. Pineda mapped the Texas coast. Why was 1718 important in Texas? Question 14. Use the map below to answer the following question. Which of the following best explains the settlement patterns of American immigrants in Texas? Most settlers chose to live in the coastal plains. The Rio Grande Valley attracted major settlements. The lack of harbors prevented settlement along the Gulf of Mexico. Based on looking at the map, which is true? Question 15. Use the diagram below to answer the following question. The accomplishments on the tombstone are associated with who? The tombstone reads, this person brought 300 Americans to settle Texas. He's the father of Texas. He's the first successful impresario for Texas. What person does this describe? Is it A. Moses Austin, B. Stephen F. Austin, or D. Green DeWitt? Using the chart and your knowledge of social studies, answer the following question. The box compares the United States to Texas. The United States box reads that land costs $1.25 per acre, must purchase a minimum of 80 acres, and must pay in full at the time of the purchase. The Texas box reads, land costs $12.05 per acre. You can purchase up to 4,400 acres, and you can pay over 6 years. What conclusion can be drawn from the chart? A. Immigration to Texas from the United States was difficult. C. There were very few economic opportunities in Texas. Or D. American settlers were drawn to Texas by cheap land. Which of these is true from the box? Question 17. What was a major reason why Americans were attracted to Texas? Why did they want to go there? A. They wanted to move to a well-established area. C. They were attracted by inexpensive land or cheap land. D. They wanted to become Catholics. Use the box below to answer the following question. The box is a letter by Stephen F. Austin. It reads, "We need men of enlightened judgment, with a great amount of patience, unshaken perseverance, and integrity of purpose. Men who will calmly put their shoulders to the wheel and work for good of others as well as their own. A band of such men firmly linked together by unity of purpose and action could and would make Texas the garden of North America." Question 18 asks, which of the following summarizes the characteristics that Stephen F. Austin was looking for in settlers? What kind of people does the box describe? Is it B, highly educated settlers to run the government? C, individuals who are willing to work together for the common good? Or D, musicians and artists to enrich the culture? What kind of people does the box describe? Question 19. What did the state of Texas get from the Iceni people, a group of Caddo natives? A. The Iceni assisted in the founding of the city of Nacogdoches. B. The name of our state is derived from the Iceni word Taisha, which means friend. Or D. The Iceni moved to the San Antonio area and became citizens of the state, which is true of the Iceni people. Question 20. What was the purpose of the settlements shown above? What is the purpose of these pictures? A. It was the main tool Spain used for colonizing Texas. B. It was the main tool France used for colonizing Texas. Or C. It was used to protect French settlement in Texas.